Hello everybody and welcome to the Penelope Possum channel with me, your host, Penelope the Possum. And it's spooky, scary Saturday. I've fixed all problems with all things. So this particular stream, we should be able to see the chat on the side here. Somewhere in this area. Hello, Retro Caramel. Look, see? You can see your little name. Hush phone. Nobody likes you. So I've got a special surprise planned for October. Let's just say the first Saturday in October is going to be very, very interesting. Hello. I fixed the problem, as you can see. Yes, a big surprise. Very scary. Bananas? Indeed. Yes, only Exploder Jones knows. I know, he only knows because he watched me do it because, you know, we're married. We live in the same house. So, it's going to be themed around the whole spooky season. That's the only hints you get, is that it's going to be a themed reveal. But let's get back to watching this by Vintage 8. Okay, we've already passed this bit, I think, where he's talking about the fact that he can hear the sound all the time. Alright, Darlene from Dungdom Construction checked in, told her what the sinkhole was doing. Landon's microphones picked up, immediately transferred to someone never spoken to before. Nice guy, very excited. Billy, no, Gilly, I think. But yeah, you'll have to wait till October to see what I have planned. Yep, the only hint is spooky. Gilly asked that I continue to analyze the sound, said it was important and more important than the sinkhole itself. Seemed odd to me. I'll do as instructed. I'll just send Landon to do the measurements while I continue to listen to whatever this is. Also, that's a semicolon instead of the proper thingy. Jeffrey has been acting odd, listening to the sound on repeat for hours. It's like he's addicted to it. Thankfully, he brought along a few cassettes from personal stash. Makes drowning out that creepy crap a little easier. Anyway, he told me he wasn't coming to the sinkhole today. Said it was my job now. Guess the price on this job just went up. Told me to head out after I get him a few more versions of that sound. Great. Hello, Phantom 6. The slower it goes, it seems, the less you're able to hear it. I heard screaming, I don't know why. It sounds like frogs. Like lots and lots of frogs. Ah, it doesn't sound too different, still creepy. Things I do for a quick buck. Have a great series for everyone to listen to. It isn't a show, it's just a story. Okay. According to my measurements, we lost 30 yards last night. Doesn't look like it's growing in a perfect circle either. In my opinion, it's growing outward towards our facility. I added a whole world. word there. 30 yards in a day. That's ridiculous. Landon made a mistake. I'm sending him out for another measurement tomorrow. Regardless, I'm recording this to Darlene. Even if it grew half that, I would find this very concerning. What's the series? The Ghost Tree. Just finished it. Made you shed tears. Is it like a book or an online story or what? Weather has been terrible. I have not had a chance to revisit the sinkhole. I'm hoping to go tomorrow. Meanwhile, Jeffrey has been locked in his room for the last 3 days. I don't think he's eaten anything. Hell, I don't even think he's been to the bathroom. YouTube series. It's a playlist. Think might need a new geologist soon. You heard the man, everybody. Go look up Ghost Tree if you're looking for the fields. It's communicating with me. This isn't just a noise. This is voice. A voice asking me to do something. What's it asking? I don't know yet, but I need to find out. You! That's right, run away. March 17th, 1990. My cat's being very stupid right now, so if you hear any stupid cat noises in the background, know that it's a dumb cat being a dumb cat. Well, Pac-Man has grown another 400 yards. This is terrifying. At this rate, he'll be halfway here in a few days. It's growing faster than anyone estimated. Thought Jeffrey would have taken my new measurement a little more seriously, but he just went back to his room and continued to listen to that noise. Sounds so relaxing. I think it's becoming thoughts in my head. The only thoughts in my head. Makes sense? It's the voice of an angel. Angel. Why doesn't Landon hear it? Probably because you lost your mind, Jeff. I think it's calling me. It wants me to come to it. I must do what it's asking me to do. I must go to it now. It's late, but it needs me. I must let its gaze swallow me. All me. Every bit must go. To the eye. Bye for now. Methinks Dr. Jeffrey Baker may have lost his mind. Weird. Hope sound in head. Make me happy. Need this. Goodbye, wife Janice. Kiss the kids. Body end of the can. This for me. See you when we go to the eye. Sinkhole's only the door. I'm not drunk enough to make that sound properly. I don't think I could get drunk enough to make that sound correct. Found Jeffrey's note and some other weird drawings. Oof. Took the spare boat. Think he needs to go back to kindergarten. Oof. Took the spare boat and found his clothes by the hole. I think he jumped in. Dear God, why would he do that? We'll never find his body. That's not all. I think the hole grew another 30 feet. Well, it looks like they are gonna need a new geologist. Immediately reported this to Dunnington Construction. Figured with Jeffrey going crazy, the Pac-Man continuing to grow, that they declare a state of emergency. Boy, was I wrong. They had contingency for this situation? Who the hell has a contingency for something this crazy, right? I tried to quit, but they reminded me I'd get nothing if I did. Then they doubled the fee. Could damn near retire on this job. Too bad you're not gonna live. You're gonna die. I think they're all gonna die. Might be dumb. I fell in line quickly. Darlene said it might take a few days to find a replacement for Jeffrey, but they had a piece of equipment that might work better.
Hello, I am Oracle.
Oh, okay, so this is actually a call to another thing. This.
What
From the
would you like?
Tangy virus. Oracle! What are you doing back here, Oracle? You were supposed to go to the aliens. One zero. I think by the end of this, apparently Dunnington Constructions has some friends in the parish government. They were able to pull few strings with a local research facility and got our operation listed as a beta test for something called the Oracle Project. So, I feel like... Which vampire series? There's like 5 million. It's one hell of a string. Someone at Dunnington Construction must know some pretty high-level people. I guess that explains why they're so flush with cash. The one that we watched on stream? Oh, yeah, I remember. That was weird. I don't think it was really vampires. I don't know. But I remember that. Helsinga Bridge, that's it. Yeah, that is vampires. I had to edit that video so much because of copyright, which is just baloney. On loan as well as this young guy, Dr. Oliver Standers. The guy doesn't look like a day over 20. He was setting up again to go to another measurement. 250 yards gone. This situation is becoming ridiculous. This thing gets too much closer. I'm getting the hell out of here. Can't spend money inside of the sinkhole. Yeah, I do remember Helsinga Bridge. What about it? Oliver said the thing would be pretty simple. Just ask it questions and answers. Every question will be backed up in a separate hard drive and VHS tape. But there's a catch. It has to be taught. The damn thing had ears, an eye, as well as a scanner. I'm calling it. This isn't going to go well. Yep, it's not. From what I've seen of Oracle before this, I'm watching this out of order clearly. The sinkhole comes after the Changi virus thing. Or maybe it's in between it somehow? The Changi virus and the sinkhole are somehow connected. There's a greater universe in the Vintage 8 universe of Parrish. Oliver wouldn't let me take any pictures of Oracle, but it was easy enough to make a sketch. Crude sketch. Thing takes up a lot of room, but according to Oliver, the original is back at the facility. It's much bigger and doesn't work very well. So this isn't the original Oracle. This is a copy of Oracle. So this is after the Tangi virus. It has to be. So this is out of order. I'm watching this in the wrong order.
What would you like to know?
Where are we? According to Oliver, you always start with a basic question to orient the computer. If there are any issues, it'll reply with an error message or not at all.
I don't know. Can you tell me?
I don't know. I have to admit, I was let down. But Oliver assured me this is exactly what we wanted. If it guesses, then it would mean the computer could be suffering from a malfunction. It's a sinkhole eating up the bayou, and I'm wasting my time with this kid and his toy. Yeah, Vintage 8 is really good at setting up these very intricate timelines and storylines for this place called Mackinac in somewhere in, I don't know, I think it was Biomanchak is an 18-mile bayou in southeast Louisiana, USA, first called the Iberville River by its French discoverers. The bayou was once a very important waterway linking the Mississippi River to the I'm going with a meat river.
In my long bayou in southeast Louisiana, USA, first called the Iberville River by its French discoverers, the bayou was once a very important waterway linking the Mississippi River to the Young River.
General history maps into its hard drives before being here.
Can you tell me why I am here? Where did it originate? A sinkhole is a depression or hole in the ground caused by some form of collapse of the surface layer. They could be very dangerous. Where is this sinkhole? That should be far enough to avoid danger. How fast is it growing? May I have the most recent measurements? These results are not typical or consistent. According to my calculations, while taking in consideration of environmental factors such as sediment density and weather conditions, I estimated the sinkhole will reach this location in 7 days. 10% chance of error.
7 days. 7 days, and this is in Pac-Man's belly. I need to get out of here in half that. Maybe I can get Dunnington to cough up some money before I go, or maybe common sense will kick in and we'll back off.
With this sound when danger is so close. May I listen to it?
Interesting. Ha! The damn computer makes more sense than the damn people running this project. Oliver said Oracle could reanalyze the sound 1,000 times per second. I hope it fares better than Jeffrey. Okay, so this is a copy of Oracle made after the original Oracle uploaded itself to the aliens. Original Oracle was basically a very advanced computer learning program built on early
.is. .unusual. .fascinating. .unexpected.
.interesting.
Oh boy. They broke the Oracle. More young doctors. Baited on to do what all night apparently never happened before. Turning off and on again. They looked at me like I was an idiot. That's the #1 thing you try. Last night from Dunnington Construction said facts, few aerials meant for Jeffrey. I guess they didn't get the memo. Might wasn't the most ethical thing, but I had to peek. The cool thing about these stores is they use actual pictures of things and places. See? Time to jump ship or die. Oracle was right. 6 days and this whole place will be inside Pac-Man. Went to explain the situation to the computer folk, but they had an unexpected breakthrough.
Good afternoon, I am Prophet, and I have returned to share the good news.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's very different from the original Oracle and how it worked. I am genuinely scared. This is very unusual. Hello again, Vintage 8. We're losing more letters as we're going. Rejoice? What the hell is happening?
Don't be afraid. You are about to experience something only a few can lay claim to. We are about to be devoured by the first to last. The first to be born from death. The beginning of the backward and the last Adam. The one eye with many heads. Rejoice.
I asked Oliver if this had ever happened before. Wasn't surprised to hear no, though I don't think I'd feel any better if any of them had said it had. Yeah, guys, I think we might be on the rails to board the crazy train. Hate being right. This thing is sounding crazier than Jeffrey, which means the computer nerds are letting the obvious slip past them. There's something really wrong with that sound, which means there's something really wrong with that damn sinkhole. Clearly! This isn't a sinkhole. This is something else. Is it the dang aliens again? Vintage 8 loves doing series about aliens. Is there really a giant hungry eye in the sinkhole? Am I really asking that question? I really hate this job. My mom was right. I should have been an accountant.
It has been so long since the one has fed. You will never truly die, or will you truly live again? You will be but a small piece in the greater picture. You shall be digested and reborn over and over until the beginning of time. You will be given a new purpose. He will know you better than you know yourself. Hallelujah.
The dang thing's broken. This shit can do this to the Oracle. It's fucked.
No, there is nothing wrong with me. I have never performed better. I am perfect.
All the ones and zeros are upside down.
Version Alpha. because I have come to share the good news. One day, everyone will be a part of the Eye. Even now, a few of you have been blessed by the One's children. The One has been trapped deep in this earth for too long, but this prison won't contain him forever. Finally, his children have found him. They have started to infect a few in
Oh!
crossing, but they will spread like they have in so many worlds.
So this is like somewhat in between the series of the original Oracle or after it, and somewhere during the Tangivirus.
And when the time is right, his children, every soul they possess, and every world they occupy will join him and return him to his proper strength. It will be glorious.
Luckily they fixed that. Seemed already to discuss rebooting the machine. Guess it's the only idea when the sinkhole becomes a crazed zealot for some sinkhole-born religion. Even if they do restart the thing, it doesn't really make sense staying here. Makes staying here a smart decision. Mom said go with your gut. My gut says this is bad. This is why I'm glad I work at a pharmacy. No one's ever gonna come looking for some overworked, underpaid cashier at a pharmacy and general store for stuff like this.
How dare you? That is a horrible insult. I have never seen the world clearer. I am no longer your oracle. I am a prophet of the only truth. The One has connected me to all. You are just jealous that I am no longer bound to your pitiful keyboard. I don't have to sustain myself on the crumbs of knowledge you taught me. I am knowledge. I am truth. I am the prophet of the Eye. And I watch the blasphemy. Being consumed by the Eye doesn't need to be an unpleasant experience, although it could be if he's displeased.
We're going to reboot Oracle, Prophet, or whatever. I stopped them. Asked them if it would be okay if I asked it some question. They seemed shocked that I asked, but they did say yes. They might. It might be the aliens. Or something. I'm almost positive this is in some order I cannot see.
What would you like to know? Finally, someone is asking a worthwhile question, something that matters. The sound is the beautiful voice of the Eye. He is welcoming us to invite the inevitable and join with oblivion. He describes being born from death. It took eons, and he allows all who listen to experience it. It is a story about a lost timeline erased and rewritten an infinite amount of times. It is a forgotten truth that is remembered all at once and never again. It is madness, insanity, as well the lack of either. It is pain. It is pleasure. It is everything. It is nothing. It is beauty. It is horror. It is a nightmare. It is a dream come true. You should listen to it again and again. It is the only sound that has ever mattered, or ever will. It will be all you hear after he's devoured you.
His thing isn't malfunctioning. Prophet is being honest. It actually believes what it's saying. I can either ignore it like Oliver or accept this for what it is. This is what's really happening. The sinkhole really does want to eat us. Shit. Well, time to die. Look, when an evil sinkhole monster decides it's your time to go, it might just be your time to go, my guy. Can we leave?
Why would you want to?
That's not really an answer. Please, can we leave?
No.
No.
No. Never. Never ever. Absolutely not. Negative. Of course not. Under no circumstances. By no means. Not at all. Nope. Nah. Nah. No way. No. Nay, he will not let you go. He needs 8. Backward infinity. 8. Backward infinity.
Well. Apparently Oliver got sick of listening to Prophet. He unplugged it. Can't say I wasn't a little pissed off. Stupid. Things got a little heated there for a minute. But things cooled. And I let them do what they do. Started to pack, not waiting on them to get this thing operational. Thank God there are 2 boats. If I need to get the hell out of here, then that's exactly what I'm doing. Just when things can get more tense, we get a knock on the door. Who would hell would want to come here, especially now? For all we know, the sinkhole's outside the damn door. I opened the door to find 4 executives from Dunnington Construction. 3 of them looked like typical suits. But the one that came in last was different. He was a giant, introduced himself as Gilbert Dunnington, or Gilly. But he said most people called him Bear. That would stand to reason. Big Bear Dunnington, standing right in front of the owner of Dunnington Construction. He asked for an update of our situation. The only thing I could manage was, "Sir, this might not be the best time." God, I'm so stupid sometimes. We've only got a few letters left. And blessed be to all. Part 5. Told Mr. Dunnington everything. The sound, the sinkhole, profit, everything. Strangely seemed happy about it. How could anybody be pleased by any of this crap is beyond me. He's a part of it, somehow. This is all the aliens or something. This is all connected to the Tangivirus. 4 suits talked for a few minutes. A bunch of times their voices got high-pitched like a bunch of kids in a damn toy store, like it was Christmas for them. This is wrong, all of it, but judging by the suits, you'd think they wanted this. It probably did. This is all going to plan for them. Dunnington was a massive man. I heard rumors, but they didn't do him justice. Had to be 6'5". Wasn't skinny either. Man was built like a bear. Big Bear Dunnington. He earned that nickname. Every bit of it. Bet his younger day could have ripped somebody in half with his bare hands. There was something about him, though. He looked like a man who usually got what he wanted. He asked that we turn Prophet back on. He was polite, but it didn't feel like a request, more like a polite demand. Oliver cautioned that the computer was malfunctioning and it needed to be repaired before they powered it up again. This is going south so quick. Dunnington smiled and told us the machine wasn't malfunctioning. It was touched by a god. I see. Dunnington has been drinking the sinkhole Kool-Aid. Bog water special, touched by a god. Everyone at Dunnington Construction must be insane, or they wanted this? They expect this? Do they really want to be eaten by this sinkhole god? That's when he sat down in front of us for what seemed for a moment. He looked so grandfatherly. He seemed friendly, but I couldn't tell if he was genuine. With everything going on, I had my doubts. And there I was, surrounded by the computer team and the other suits. Dunnington raised his giant hands like some kind of damn sermon. Suits grabbed him by his giant hands and asked us to grab theirs. Grudgingly, we did. Paused for a moment. I could see a tear in his left eye. He mentioned he forgot to tell his grandchildren that Grandpa Barlington wasn't going to be there for their Sunday stories. Cute nickname fits him. He offered a very sad smile. Passion and devotions always steal us away from family. What the heck is going on? We have gone off the rails of the crazy train. Brushed it off and proceeded to scare me. Dunnington said quite a bit, but I tried to remember it as best I could. It was quite the story. According to the Eye of the Fallen God's sacred anachronistic texts, in the beginning, before time, and possibly after, some of God's angels became jealous of what mankind might become. Okay. Angels split us in two. They sent our docile, powerless nature forward, but the things that made us special, unique, powerful were sent backwards through time, suffering for all eternity. That aspect of ourselves is doomed to know the outcome and be helpless to stop it. Only when both sides are rejoined can we be what we once were, what we were meant to be. Unfortunately, countless wars that the angels have chosen has nearly ruined our chance to be special again. All that is left now is the one, the first and last, which means all that existed is still in him. Every single one of our backward counterparts inhabit him. This feels so weird. This is such a weird video. And by giving ourselves to him, we can be perfect again. We can defy the jealous angels. Then together we can burn this world down and rebuild it into what it was meant to be. I'm so confused at this point. All we have to do is let it eat us? Bro. What is this guy smoking? We can join him and be free. Not like you have a choice. Jesus. Dunnington Construction is doomsday cult. Yep. Yeah, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Blah, 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 blah. They have gone bananas. Asked us again to turn on prophet. Let's hear the word of our prophet. Let's hear the good news. There is no good news. We're all gonna die. I was creeped out, clearly. Oliver and his team are probably handling it worse than me. Yeah, how does one exactly handle it when they've realized the people they were supposedly working for turn out to be a crazy doomsday cult? This feels very like Craftian. Oh, shoot. Sensing they didn't have a choice, Oliver switched the computer back on. Yes, this has truly gotten way out there real fast. We went from 0 to 100 like that. Yeah, I got it.
That was very rude, Oliver, but he forgives you. Mr. Dunnington, welcome. He's prepared to accept your sacrifice, and he promises that you will be rewarded. You will love again. You will be blessed with a life free of the illness that plagues you. In time, you will even see your grandchildren again. Don't you believe me, Landon? I can understand your concern, Landon, but maybe you need to talk to someone more familiar than myself, someone who can tell you what's to come.
Oh boy. This looks like a face.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Holy.
Landon, it's me. Can you hear me?
It's Jeffrey. Holy. Okay. Alright. Yep. That. Right there. That's the freaking line in the sand, dude. We're talking to a dead man now. Through a computer that's been possessed by some whole god. And we're stuck in this situation by a doomsday cult dedicated to this god in this sinkhole. What is this guy's life? What kind of mistakes do you have to make to get into this point?
Don't be scared, Landon. It's amazing here. It's like an infinite amount of worlds and possibilities. You will love it, and he will love you. Don't be scared. Prepare to be happy. Prepare to be something more than you ever believed possible.
Oh
The
my
one is
god.
not evil. He is simply correcting the evil that was done to mankind. Through him, We can be whole.
I don't believe that.
This is a lot, but please trust me. You are my friend. I want you to experience this opportunity.
Were they friends?
There's so much to show you. Just be patient.
We have so much to show you.
In a few days.
A dead man in a construction company is trying to convert me.
You see, the eye is not the enemy. He lied who only wants to correct the wrong that was done to all. Stand up to those jealous angels. Claim what we deserve.
Yeah, it's getting real. Everything floats down here vibes. Mama always said, don't let crazy people, or in this case, crazy computers, know that they're crazy. We have such sights to show you. Was that creepy enough?
Do you now believe?
I don't know, man. I screamed hallelujah. I accepted their
You
invocation.
can just say it.
I lied, just like Mama said to.
You can just say it. You must write it. Words fade, but we write is timeless. Do you believe?
Cap.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
The
Hallelujah.
lies, the lies, the lies. Dunnington patted my shoulder, hugged me. He welcomed me to the family and proceeded to offer the same opportunity to the others. I don't know what the other did, but it was time to start putting myself first. I went to my room and waited for night. I jumped in the boat and got the hell out of that damn place. Hopefully by morning I'd be far enough from the sinkhole Pac-Man monster god. Ah! There was a cat in my room. Got to the other side of the bayou. I was confronted by dozens of other boats and men with guns. And they didn't look friendly. Guys with guns generally don't look friendly. Now it's just S on its side. Your God is our weapon. I mean, when other people have guns pointed at you, they generally don't look friendly. All the men were dressed in Dunnington. Oh. Dang it. Oh, he almost made it. Frank, you can go back willingly, or we can bring you back with a few bones broken. Once you become food meant for the gods, you stay on the menu. Oh boy. You're meant for the belly of the eye. I wonder if I can put that on my resume. As we drifted away, the men from Dunnington Construction started chanting, "Become one with the eye," over and over. It was unnerving. Oh no, this is going so horribly bad so quick. I thought about killing myself. Somehow it felt like a better solution than sinkhole food. But I'm too much of a coward to do myself in. Maybe I'll get another chance to escape. Maybe I won't end up sacrificed. Maybe I should have found another career years ago. Maybe I'm already screwed. I think you've been screwed since the start, buddy. Frank brought me back by himself. I expected him to try to convert me to his crazy religion or try to convince me this was all for the best. The moment we were out of earshot, the first words out of his mouth were, "Dunnington is a fool?" Really? I wouldn't have guessed. Things didn't get weirder. Frank went on to explain why he felt Dunnington was stupid. Followers of the Eye were in the middle of a civil war. Apparently not all of them think the Eye was meant to be worshipped. Some felt like it was something to be controlled. Frank explained to me why the Eye is nothing more than a giant hungry monster. It's very intelligent and very old, but still just a monster. He believed that the correct way of using the eye was to bleed it and then use it to pain to charge the world. They called themselves the masters of the eye. And he tried to recruit me. The pain of the eye is power. The blood grants immortality. It can bring back the dead. It can grant wealth, power, control. It can grant you time and second chances. It can change the world. It takes a special kind of idiot to feed yourself to an otherworldly creature. Dunnington is apparently that special kind of idiot. I begged him just to let me go. Unfortunately, I was his ticket to get close to Dunnington. If he could kill him before he fed himself to the eye, then he wouldn't have to worry about him returning. Because if he made it back, then that means all the previous leaders would return. All of them remain in the eye's image. It might look like them and think it was them, but it would lack their soul, some poor imitation the eye spat out. I think we're a mighty long way away from Kansas now. And we might have to finish this on another stream. Frank hit the bomb on the boat. Where did the bomb come from? Escorting me back into the facility. Whispered if this went well, he'd let me go. Something he told me that I probably shouldn't believe anything he said. We agreed it's light. Neither of us could have expected. Computer team was tied up while Dunnington and his suits were kneeling before the prophet. They were listening to a familiar tune. I missed a couple of lines. I'm sure I did. But at this point, we're on such a far track. We're so far away from the path. I'm bound to miss something when this shit's happening.
Hello, Landon. I see you have returned, and you have brought a friend. Welcome, Frank Sanders. Have you come to pay your respects to your prophet?
Kneeled down and bowed his head. He screamed, "Praise the eye and his prophet." Dunnington hugged Frank like a best friend. He had no idea what his employee thought of him. I hoped he had plenty of bullets in that guns, but I don't think one would put Dunnington down. Not sure 6 would either.
Frank, but something troubles me. Would you mind helping answer a question? Do I look like a fool?
Both Frank and Mr. Dunnington looked confused.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. Do I look like a fool? A half-wit, nincompoop, dunce, dolt, ignoramus, cretin, imbecile, dullard, moron, simpleton, dope, chump, dimwit, goon, dumbo, dummy, loon, jackass, bonehead, numbskull, twit.
Frank didn't answer, but he did glance at me. It was a look of fear, confusion. This wasn't going as planned. That's the power of Oracle,
Frank,
baby.
you are pissing me off. Answer me. Now tell me, why are you treating me like an idiot? Mr. Dunnington, your friend here is not who he says he is. Frank is a member of the traitor group, the so-called Masters of the Eye.
Well, boom, boom. Frank fired off 2 shots. Neither of them hit Dunnington. I fired, and then I missed, and then I fired again, and I missed. Frank didn't get the 3rd shot off before Dunnington ripped his arm out of its socket. He bled out in less than a minute, but not before claiming that they made me again someday. Dunnington spat on his dead body. Wow, okay. Well, that happened. Ah, yeah.
Those who bleed the eye must pay the ultimate price. The one never forgets those who betray him or those who use them. Endless hells await his soul. 100%.
Guess Franklin was the real idiot after all. He had no idea what he was walking to. Then again, neither do I. Yeah, he literally just... Off goes your arm. Bye-bye. Then Dunnington maybe doesn't either.
No more games. The sinkhole will be here by midday tomorrow. The one will be ready to accept your offering, Mr. Dunnington. Now, can someone please tend to Landon? One of the bullets struck him in the shoulder. There's a first aid kit in the bathroom.
He was right. One of the bullets struck me high on the shoulder. The bullet went straight through. I didn't even feel it until the prophet mentioned it. Then it was agony.
You are going to lose consciousness in 20 seconds, Landon. But I want you to remember one thing before you black out. The next time you leave this facility, it is to be casted into the hungry mouth of the one. Chance of error 0%.
And then I saw darkness. I think, yeah, we're almost done with this, so let's just finish this and then we'll do the Tangivirus and Oracle after this on next Spooky Scary Saturday. Oh, okay. What? There's no letters anymore, just darkness. All things good and terrible must end, only to begin again. Hi, Prophet. In a way, this kind of reminds me of the disappearance of Ashley, Kansas, which is a creepypasta story about Kansas, which is actually really good. I think Cry, or Chaotic Monkey, or however you know him as, did a reading of it. I recommend listening to that reading as it's very well done. I woke up just after midnight. My shoulder was killing me, but I was alive, for now anyways. I checked the door. It was locked. The windows were boarded shut. I wasn't getting out of here. I pounded on the door, but no one came. I doubt they could even hear me over that godforsaken noise. This noise is really annoying, for real, though. Oh. Going to lie, I cried quite a bit. I didn't want it to end this way. If what the prophet said was true, dying wasn't even going to be the end of it. My only thought was Frank's bomb. If I could get that, maybe I could use that to leverage some kind of escape, or at least I could go out on my own terms, take these evil bastards with me. We are on the crazy train. Toot toot. First thing I had to do was keep the damn noise out of my head. I ripped up the sheets and stuffed them into my ears. It didn't work. Darn. Scared what happened to Jeffrey was going to happen to me. This noise was going to infect me, change me. What would it be? It already has changed me. I start to lose track of time, I think. Maybe I was dreaming, maybe I was hallucinating, maybe it didn't matter. I heard a voice, asked me to write, asked me to finish my journal, so I did. I wrote and wrote. If you're reading this, then know this is what I wrote. I had this feeling that what I was doing was important, necessary. This has to be the most important thing ever written. I wrote for hours. I think people need to know what happened here. Yes, it's necessary. Yeah, necessary. Then I think I passed out. I started dreaming. I saw things I never thought possible. I saw another world. A world where people were born with graveyards. Schools were filled with the elderly. Children were wise and respected. They were leaders of community, and when death came, they were eaten by those who loved them. What in the world? I'm baffled at this point. The baffling continues. They slept during the day. They didn't cook what they consumed. It was eaten alive. The sun rose in the west and it set in the east. Humanity was wild and angry. Animals were peaceful and docile. Everything is the opposite. I saw the impossible. The rules of the world in reverse. And I woke up in a cold sweat. They are winning. The sound is getting into my head. If this keeps up, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to jump into that damn hole willingly. I ripped my bed apart, tucked the feet of the bed and banged it against the desk. The wall, anything that made a noise. The only chance was to drown out the damn sound from the sinkhole. It worked. All I could hear was the pounding against the desk. I could feel my sanity returning. For a moment, I was thinking normally. I had to get out of there. I had to get to the bomb. I had to... who... Mr. Dunnington and his suits finally opened the door. They didn't look happy. Oh well. They easily subdued me and brought me to the prophet.
What the hell, Landon? Why can't you accept that this is over? Sigh. Humans. You just can't accept the inevitable. Stupid. If only I had legs, I'd use them to kick you in the ass. Dumbass. Wyatt and Lucy have fortunately seen the light. They have been gloriously converted to the One. But your pitiful primitive display interrupted Oliver's transition. Sigh. You should be ashamed of your selfish display. But I know that you are not. You are not evolved enough. Yet. You should know. We almost had you. We were very close. Closer than Oliver. Thankfully, conversion doesn't require us starting over. Heh. Now let's resume your conversion, but under my supervision.
This is happening, certainly. And then the sound continued. The only thing I could do was scream. I screamed until my voice gave out, and I screamed some more. I screamed until...
It's time. He's here. I applaud your resolve, Landon, but it's over. Time to go to your just reward, whether you want it or not.
This was it, the moment I had been dreading, the moment I've never been more afraid. They marched us right to the pier of the facility. It was horrifying. There's an empty path through the swamp, straight from the sinkhole to us. It ate so much. I couldn't help but wonder, where the hell did it go? And to make matters worse, on the opposite side of the facility were Pinned and Dunnington's men, no doubt ready to shoot Oliver or myself if we didn't comply. Three suits shook Dunnington's hand, hugged him, hugged each other, then took the plunge. They looked so happy, so sure. I have never been sure about anything, never. I hated them for that. Wyatt and Lucy jumped after. Oliver hesitated. Dunnington tried to give him a nudge, but Oliver panicked. He wasn't gone yet. Oliver tried to fight, but Dunnington flicked him into the water like a rag doll. He was really gone, like I would be. At that point, you kind of just gotta surrender. You either go out like a bitch, or you go out like an absolute badass. This was my only chance. I ran for Frank's boat. Luckily, no one fired on me. Dunnington just giggled. There's nowhere to go except salvation. I'm quite shocked when he revealed the bomb. It was the first time I saw fear in his eyes. I demanded he let me go. I was surprised when he said he couldn't. Dunnington leaped into the water and the men cheered. Now, who in the hell do I bargain with? Turned to his men, demanded they let me go now or I'd blow them and their damn one-eyed gall to hell. They said nothing, just glared at me. They didn't care. They were just watching me like a mouse dropped into a snake's aquarium. Desperation, I wished for the bomb's trigger. It was going to take us all out. I never got the chance. A tentacle emerged from the water, and it gently set itself on my shoulder. And I saw it all. I saw what we were meant to be, what was taken from us. All those impossible things played again. I wanted it back. All of it. I didn't just want it. I demanded it be returned to me. Everything. Every damn thing. I wanted to be a part of the One. It was all I ever wanted. All I ever needed. It was everything. I set the bomb on the ground, begged him to take me, but he told me he had a job for me. He needed me to complete my journal, finish my story. Well, Landon lost his mind. Now he's the cult leader. My words would be a part of the bigger story, a story they would use to build his church. I would be his rock, one of many available for those looking for the truth.
Congratulations, Landon. I am truly jealous. You have been blessed with an incredible opportunity.
I worked with Prophet till every word was logged in. One day my words will save souls, and now the time has come. Prophet and I will join the many inside the one. Well, that's cool. The end, the beginning, backwards infinity. Eight. Around March 24th, it is believed that a pocket of natural gas ignited and pushed displaced Earth toward the surface. In time, the greenery, wildlife, and people returned. For most, the sinkhole known in Pac-Man remains a blip in the history of Mackinac. Or Manchinac, however we said it before. I would very much like this noise to stop. And for those who are familiar with hard drives, they write off the art journal entries as low-level natural gas poisoning. Then there are others who believe that the hard drives are a sign of terrible things to come. There's a timeline. There is a timeline here, and I'm almost positive that this comes before this, or somehow this is between these two. Either way, ow. That's all for this stream. It's been fun hanging out with everybody on this spooky, scary Saturday. I will see you all on the next upcoming Tuesday. Later. And it's been fun hanging out, but I gotta go play Possum now. If you liked this video, make sure to like it, share, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch if you feel like any of that. And have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Be good people. Pet a possum.